I told you guys it was coming and you kept me honest. So, here we go, starting this week's episode off with the CAPM exam intro. Oh, here's everything you need to know. Going into our first, I guess, mini-series on this, where we begin to start studying for the CAPM, which is if you didn't catch last week's episode, the Certified Associate and Project Manager's certification. So what is the CAPM exam and why are we doing it? Well, the CAPM is an entry-level exam that's hosted by the PMI Institute, the Project Management Institute. It's currently ranked among one of the top professional certifications that you can get. And the requirements are pretty simple to get into. It's a secondary degree, such as a high school diploma or a relevant equivalent degree, and 23 hours of study, which can be done through an exam, a course, something like that. And of course, you have to purchase the exam, which is about roughly $300 if you are not a member of the Project Management Institute, or $225 if you are. So to break that down, the bare minimum to pass this class is roughly 23 hours of study, but it's recommended that examinees spend between 60 and 90 hours, some saying upwards of 120 hours to study for this exam. And that was to be split between coursework, practice exams, flashcard review, or other review. So that is going to be the majority of our coursework going into this. So why did we decide to start the journey here? Honestly, I've kind of always thought project management was something that was kind of interesting to do. Every little thing in IT ends up being some kind of project management, whether that be server upgrades or building out new systems. Plus, it kind of fits me a little bit. The introvert in me doesn't really want to get out and see people, talk to people, keep my head down and kind of keep things organized. The extrovert part of me wants to go out and talk and help manage people. I figure this would be a good place to start. Plus, currently, my role is a project coordinator / technical resource at my job, where I help manage the build out of new IT infrastructure for small businesses. This can be involved in something as setting up a new server, helping build out offices that will predominantly use cloud shares, stuff like that. And some of our clients range from anywhere from a new startup with 3 or 4 computers, upwards of clients with 30 plus computers and multiple systems to move over and migrate to their new systems. Plus, a few years ago, I guess about 2 years ago now, I started the Google Project Management Certificate course on Coursera, and never finished it. So that kind of tracks with why we're doing this. So why choose this as the path to go with first, for our first level? And how am I going to earn this level? Well, the strategy is going to be about spending 5 to 10 hours a week doing some of the courses through Udemy. We'll discuss those in a few minutes. Doing different reviews, practice exams, and some testing over the course of the next 2 to 5 months. The ones of you that watched the initial video know that I said about 10 weeks. So that puts us well ahead of that 2 to 5 week minimum that is kind of recommended. So to help along the way, I've gone ahead and purchased 2 different courses. The first one being Sabra C's CAPM certification, 37 PDU course, which should be on the screen right now, and Joseph Phillips CAPM exam cram sessions. I'll have links to both down in the description so you can go and purchase them. And so we'll be starting with the Sabra C's, I hope I'm saying his name correct, course, and so we'll be beginning to cover that next week, in next week's video. As far as some of the other tools we'll be using stuff like Anki for flashcard and memorization of some of the information from the courses. and Obsidian, which is my current preferred note-taking app. Okay, so we've covered how we're going to do all this, but how do we do the testing? Well, testing is going to be about 150 questions, of course, across 3 hours or 180 minutes of study. And it has to be done at a testing center, as far as I understand. So, besides the testing centers just stressing everyone out in general, we're going to look at starting doing this. We're starting the study at the end of May, and we'll look to get it finished by September, taking an exam before September. So that gives me roughly the summer to kind of buckle down and get everything figured out. So passing this means moving forward to our next level. But failing also means that there's consequences to this. So the first off is I have to admit to you guys that I failed, and two, that I'm stuck here until I pass. So in closing, like previously mentioned, the plan going forward is next week you'll see the first video of this coming out. The first step on this journey. And then also, guys, don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, and leave the comment down below that all eyes forward towards our goals. And I'll see you guys next week.